Out to Kodak now. Kodak's future, of course, remaining uncertain. But what we have known over the years is Kodak Park continues its transformation now into a 21st century clean tech facility. It is now called Eastman Business Park. Half of the park's 6,200 workers punch the clock at the more than 30 companies not named Kodak. And as we hear from 13 Wham Sean Carroll, many of those workers used to be Kodak employees.
Inside Building 35, you still find Doug Singer. He worked here for 17 years before Kodak pink-slipped him in 2007.
When I first joined Kodak, I thought that would be my career for my entire life.
Glance around the room and you'll find that Carmen worked at Kodak for 33 years. Jim did for 35 years. Kodak employed Katrine and her PhD for a dozen years, and Bernie over there, he spent 37 years at Kodak.
Even though it's not Kodak, I'm not a Kodak employee anymore, I still feel very connected to Kodak, even though as we start our new journey with Cerion.
Doug was Cerion's first employee 5 years ago. They've grown to 50 workers, and thanks to the unique facilities available to the company here at the Eastman Business Park, Cerion is ready to expand. Cerion's making all sorts of products that will change the industries that we all depend on. Take, for example, this fuel additive. Dropped in diesel engines in the trucking industry or even the shipping industry, it can improve performance and reduce emissions.
Our Cerion Go-To fuel additive can reduce the greenhouse gases coming out of trains and ships and trucks, which haul all of the materials that come to wind up at Home Depot or Lowe's and eventually wind up in your house. Everything tends to move by those modes of transportation, and we can reduce that fuel consumption by 10% with Cerion Go-To and reduce the greenhouse gases. We can impact everyday life for everybody.
Cerion is just one example of how the old Kodak Park is transforming its identity.
With Kodak's digital future, we think they'll need about half of the park. That leaves half of it for new tenants and new projects.
The park's focus is on clean technology. It's working towards a sustainable future, and its new tenants share that objective. In Business Park, Sean Carroll, 13 Wham News.
Fascinating stuff. The park continues to recruit businesses from around the globe, and with its own power plant, fire department, and rail lines, it is still considered a crucial piece of this region's economic future, no matter what the future holds for Kodak itself.